Here is a topic for you. I was having a discussion, or more likely, I was probably just messing with somebody, trying to push somebody's buttons, but it was about the concept of an ordained minister and who ordains the minister to marry people and so forth. The whole concept of marriage and the way that people go about it with all of the ceremonies and rituals and stuff, it just, I don't know, there's an element of it that just feels so fake and unnecessary. I mean, why do you need somebody to preside over your relationship with this person who you've been with for however long? And let's just say you've been with a person for years, and then you're going to, some third party's going to say some things in front of you, and what the fuck is that about? It really just kind of irritates me. But see, it will irritate people for you to have that type of mentality because they are brainwashed in that system, that religious notion of, marriage. Sometimes I think it's bullshit. In fact, I've expressed that to people on numerous occasions, and you don't get really great responses generally if people are married, obviously. I mean, it offends people. But I just have some questions about, the whole thing. And it irritates people too because they think that you're challenging their belief system, which in a way I am. But it pisses people off. Like, they think you're trying to change their position about what they believe, and I'm like, no, I don't really care what you believe. Any more than I don't believe much of anything at all. I question everything, and it's just kind of, that's a foreign concept to a lot of people, and it's kind of mind blowing. I know other people, there are great philosophers who have put out this type of philosophical viewpoint. It's nothing new. But the brainwashing and stuff in every part of the world, whatever, the rituals that all the people go through, whether it's rituals that are pertinent to people in Asia or in the Middle East or, wherever you might come from, indoctrinated with something. Yep. Instead of people just figuring things out without the influence of religion, societal norms, politics, all these things influencing people. Why do people get all influenced about politics? Because they're conditioned to be that way. It's all part of the system. A clever one at that. I'll give it that. I'll give the system its due. It's clever. And it gets people so wrapped up in it that they can't see the forest for the trees. I mean, the concept of marriage defined by religion makes about as much sense as politicians who don't lie. I mean, if that makes any sense at all, or if that's even a good comparison, but I think you know what I mean. But you can't see through the veil. You can't even see that there goes a cop driving down the road. There are so many police too. That's a whole nother video. It's becoming more and more like that. I could just go ahead and get into that. Yeah, we've talked about the marriage thing enough, but the indoctrination and everything. But yeah, the police presence is just crazy. In this little bitty small town, there are highway patrol and city police and deputy sheriffs and unmarked cars, and you just wouldn't believe. I mean, it's like, is it that necessary? But that's the police state now. That's the police state in the current climate, and that could likely increase. And perhaps all of these military rollouts in these cities has something to do with something broader. I mean, and of course, I'm sure it's problem reaction solution type stuff. You know, something's going to occur, but they're going to have everything in place to, be ready for their martial law or whatever. That's been on the horizon for years. Anybody ever at least seen the trailer for a Gray State? I think is what that was the name of the movie, or Gray State or something like that. About martial law in America. And you can see there goes the cop again. See, there it goes. Turned around and went the other way, I guess. Or that was a different altogether. Golly. A Gray State. With all of the military rollout onto the streets of America. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've done videos on trains loaded full of the very top vehicles that you would see in a situation like that on the streets of America. So where were they going with all this military equipment? I mean, and I make videos of that, and you'd show that to people, and it's like crickets. They don't give a fuck. The military's great. It's there for us. Yeah, it's there for you. All right, it's going to be there for you. It's going to be an interesting time in front of us. You have silver and gold that are going up in value. Is that indicative of a collapsing currency? I don't know. I guess if things really go ballistic in price, and just across the board and everything, we just experience a real rift of hyperinflation. Well, that could be a possibility. Hyperinflation in America has been on the minds of many, top economists, not within the mainstream media, within alternate media. Lots of economists that have predicted hyperinflation down the road and what that could look like. And it's funny how Argentina went through a hyperinflation, I think, and it was interesting to see that the United States government, I guess under Trump, is going to give Argentina $40 billion. I don't know if that's a loan or what. I mean, we're going to cause our own damn hyperinflation. Just all this government spending, but it's all kind of interesting. I mean, there's no real solutions, and I said that to somebody the other day. Oh, there's just no solutions. And oh, so negative. But anyway, it's like, okay, well, if you don't want to see reality, that's your deal. All right, okay, I'm gonna go into the gym.